What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. Well, excuse my voice. I just got back from the 2021 North American Championships where I was hosting the live feed, doing the play-by-play and the commentary with my good friend Richard Siegelman, and at the night show was actually Jason Albrecht, who owns a shop gym here in Ashburn. And basically the first day I was talking non-stop for 15 hours straight, and then we did 5 days all together. So it became like 60 hours, 65 hours of talking non-stop, which I've never done anything like that long like that, sustained talking. And to be honest with you, it was an amazing experience, and I'm so blessed to be able to do these things. You know, like I was originally slated to judge the show. When they decided to do the live feed, they were like, look, you know, we'd like to have you do the live feed. Would you be interested? I'm like, I'll jump at it. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So thank you very much to Gary Udit and the NPC, Jim Manion, for letting me have that opportunity to be able to do that. And it was a great experience. And for those of you that tuned in, we had quite a few people tune in. I got great feedback. Thank you guys for tuning in. Now, what is today's video about? Check this out, or tonight's video about. Check this out. I'm going to try to explain this as best I can, because it's something that I really noticed this weekend that I don't even really know how to explain it, but it bothered me. So of course I'm going to make a video about it. So let's begin with, where do I even begin with this? This is like the hard part. So all right, let's start here. So social media itself has become this very smoke and mirrors. It went from being something that was social and real and for you to interact with your friends and family to something that was used for business a lot, or mostly business, right? That's how you pretty much promote your business now, on social media. But it also became this thing where people create lives specifically for social media. Okay? Now, bear with me. So when you guys see, you know, a lot of times in social media, you see things that I put up, but there's a lot that goes in my life that doesn't go on social media. Specifically, not because I don't want to share it, I'm hiding something, but I'm wrapped up in the moment of what's going on, and I forget to take a picture. I forget to make a video, which is why I do a lot of videos just sitting here talking in front of the camera and not out there like, you know, Max Tuning and Christian Guzman and these guys. Like, I don't want my life to be a stage. I don't want my life to be staged for a video every single day. Like, every single day, all that goes on in your life is you're creating a life for social media. That's not a life. You're creating a production. You're putting on a production. Your life has become a fake production that you do 3 or 4 takes. That's not your life. That's not real. That's not what's really happening. These vlogs that are going on, they're not real. They're filmed multiple times. That's a movie production. And that's not real life, but people don't know the difference. They think that, well, that's how they... No, that's not what's happening. And this weekend I saw a bunch of that, or this weekend I saw a bunch of that. I saw people that literally were going to North American Championships, not, you know, like coaches and stuff like that, even people just showing up, and it wasn't really about the sport. It wasn't about the clients. It wasn't about them placing or them turning pro, whatever the case may be. It was like they had camera crews following them around and stuff, and second takes, and, you know, trying to set up the right shot. And I'm like, look, real life is not setting up the right shot. Real life is having your phone on you, not a production crew with lighting and all this shit chasing you around like they're making a documentary about your fucking life. Really, true life, realistic footage or content is you're somewhere, something's going on, you're like, this is really cool, I want to capture this. So you whip your phone out, like, let's be real, the phones shoot 4K, they shoot 1080p, they shoot everything. The phones are great nowadays, and the newer phone you have, the better the quality. And you just kind of basically, in real time, jump on it and still keep in the moment while using your phone to pick up what's actually happening, to make a record of it, sometimes for yourself, right? But sometimes you're like, look, I want to make this so that I can put it on YouTube. Like, I watch my videos with like Bruno, when it was Bruno's last day. I've watched that video so many times. It makes me cry to watch it. Like, it's like I'm watching someone else, and like I feel it. Because I took that camera out, and then the final day with Bruno, I didn't record anything. Now, there are people that would record that final day. They try to, no, I wanted that day just to be with us. So our wedding, I've watched that wedding video several times. I've watched when Brady comes home, when we pick him up at the airport. I've watched that several times. So it's about real life, just having the phone with you that's capable of capturing what's really going on in your life in the moment and the essence of what's really happening. And that's not what's going on a lot now, guys. A lot of people you're following out there are creating a movie production life, meaning none of this is real. I mean, they may truly be there, but they're not there because they want to compete. They're not there because they want to take care of their clients. They're not there because they live locally and they want to support the NPC and the IFBB. That's not where they're there. They're there to create content specifically for social media. And there's nothing wrong with that, but when you portray it as this is my life, it's not your life. You're creating something that people perceive as your life. Because if you took that camera away, you would act different. Everything would be different. Your day would be different. You wouldn't have to stand in a spot and do 2 or 3 takes over and over again. You may just talk to somebody and then walk away, but now you're talking to somebody, well, that didn't go well. Let's do it again. And you do it again. You're trying to set up shots to see what's the most effective, what's the most dramatic, what did Christian Guzman do here, what did Max Tuning do there? And I've seen Max shoot things. I've seen how that works. To get like one thing, Max may have to set up the camera in front and like walk up towards it, shut it off. Set it up on the side, walk and do the same fucking thing, get that angle. Shoot it from the other side, so he's doing multiple takes. Nothing wrong with that. I watch Max. Max has one of my favorite channels. I thought his COVID videos were actually the best ones because it was just him in his house with like a camera real quick, and he was doing a lot of things that weren't really multiple angles and multiple views and all this shit. Like, it was more real than a lot of the stuff he's done in the past, and I really like that. But to see people, you know, and I use Max as an example because he works very hard at this, and that's his thing, right? But I've seen him like where he gets out of the car, closes the car, it's like one shot is in the car. So you have to get out, shut the camera off, right? And then you set it up outside. And you get back in the car and close the door. And then you open the door and you close it and you shut the camera off. Then you put the camera on the bottom, right? And you set it up on the ground. Then you get back in the car, you open the door, you get out, you step down, and you start editing these together, and they make a kind of a screen play-by-play screen, like a what do they call it? The picture boards for a movie. It's like picture boards that you put together, which is totally fine if you're making a production, but make no mistake about it, that's not real. It's not real life, it's not what's really happening, right? Because real life, he only gets out of the car once. In real life, you would only see him get out of the car once and walk. So it's like you're taking part of your life and trying to create an artistic expression of it, which I think I understand, but at the same time, you're putting so much energy of your real life into making something that is a production that it's no longer really your life, it's a production. And I stepped back and I saw it fucking everywhere this weekend. I was watching, I was like, you gotta be shitting me. People trying to build this, you know, we talked about this live in the air. There are a lot of people that try to become coaches now. And what they do is they, you know, they're like, well, this guy's making $65 an hour to coach people, or this guy's making $30,000 a month coaching people, or whatever. I want to do that. I want to make that money. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to put the time in learning how to do it over years of training and years of studying. They don't want to go and get certifications. They don't want to do any of it. They just want to do a quick camera catch and then throw it on their social media and all of a sudden make all this money. That's what they think it is. They don't realize all the work and the back work that goes into this for years and years, maybe even decades, before these people did this. So what they do is they go hire a coach. Coach walks them through a competition. Then they put all their pictures on the social media. They take the exact program that the coach gave them. They resell it to other people, and now they're a coach. DM me for details. Right? So I understand where people are coming from with it, right? But at the same time, that's not real life, right? You're not really a fucking coach because you did a show. You're not really a trainer because you fucking got on stage and have some pictures. Like, there's so much that is smoke and mirrors and bullshit that, like, and it's not just the fitness industry. I see this every fucking day. There are people, you can go to the fucking mall and you will see people fucking trying to record and film shit. Your average everyday person, just like the shit that they see on Instagram. Right? They're going to mimic what they see. And I'm like, first of all, you're mimicking someone else's fucking life, which is really fucking weird. Second of all, if you're being real in real life, just turn your camera on in the mall and fucking walk around and talk. Right? That's real. Say what's on your mind. Go in the stores you like, whatever. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm just using this example of saying none of it's real. And it really fucking bothers me because I'm like, you guys are living these made up digital lives. And when you wake up in the morning, your first thing that you have to think about is, let me check my Instagram and see how many likes I got. And then go to Instagram, okay, I get this many likes. Okay, so that worked. The other one the other day didn't work, so I'm going to do more like this. Well, is that real life? What's happening in your life? You're manufacturing those posts. You're manufacturing that part of your life, right? Or is your life really happening? And you take chunks of your life to make this bullshit up and put it on social media, and you're living one life and then showing something else on social media. That's happening a lot too. So I'm just sitting here watching this, and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. You don't really get to know these people. You don't know who they are, what they're about. They're fucking copying everybody else. They're manufacturing bullshit lives. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We have really lost our way. Like, the idea that social media, when it first came along, was about staying in contact with people, right? Was about, you know, maybe people from high school that you don't see anymore. People like me who moved away, and I can still keep in contact and see what's going on in my friends and family's lives back in Rhode Island. You know, like, that's what it really was meant for, or to interact with people all over the world, to make new friends, right? When I was younger, you guys are going to laugh, this is a stupid term, it was called pen pals, because we didn't have the internet, we didn't have emails. You had to write a letter and mail it to someone in another country, and they would send you the letter back. Now, how the fuck you found these people, I don't know, because I never did that shit. But the bottom line was, it like streamlines that so that you can send an email to someone, or you can talk to them on Facebook, FaceTime on Facebook, all that stuff. And somewhere it became this ability to, or this platform, all of them, these platforms, for people to be fake. And if you're being fake and you're putting a lot of work into that, how much work are you really putting into your life? And this is the problem. We have people that are fucking depressed. They feel like shit. They look like shit. They feel terrible about what's going on. So what they do is they go, hey, J-Lo and this one and that one, they get these fucking extravagant lives. They're all fucking great. And I'm watching them on social media. So I'm going to take what they do. I'm going to manufacture the Kardashians, and I'm going to try to mimic that shit, because obviously that's what makes you happy. That's what real life is all about. You don't realize that these actors and actresses, what they're doing is productions on their social media. So you keep following them because their lives look so much better than yours. And you think, well, they do this, they do that. Look, a lot of these people fucking hate their lives. I've seen a few celebrities that I've known throughout the years that really don't like their lives, and they leave that lifestyle in order to just be left the fuck alone, because they don't want the spotlight, because they can't just live their lives, make decisions, talk how they want to, dress how they want to. Everything has to be done up for the cameras. And that's what's happening right now. Everything is being done up for the cameras, right? And I'm just sitting back and I'm going, fuck, dude, like, where do we go wrong? Like, we live in this fucked up, made up world, this bullshit world. And I just get so sick of it. So I tune out, guys. I fucking tune out of social media sometimes. There are people that I know are real as fuck, and I go back to their social media and I watch that because I know them personally. I know that what they're saying is true. I know that what's going on right there is real, right? I know for a fact. I know Jay Cutler, when he does jaywalking, I know he's walking around his fucking neighborhood doing his cardio, because if he's not filming, he still does it. He does it every fucking day where he walks around, and sometimes he films, sometimes he doesn't. And what he has is just have Dave come over with him with a phone. I've seen Dave with the phone, walking around, following around with a phone. It's not a huge production. It's just him and Dave having a conversation, which they do every fucking day all the time anyways, that they're just filming. So it's like he's just sharing part of his real life with you. He's not manufacturing bullshit. And I think that's why people react to Jay so much, is that, you know, when Jay was competing, he kind of was real strict about training, sleeping, and not really sharing a whole lot of himself and his ideas and thoughts and, you know, business. He didn't do a lot of this. He was just focused on training. Now he shares a lot of his real life, and people have responded even more. Jay was one of the only few people in his position that continues to fucking grow over and over and over again every fucking year, because he is just being himself. Rich Piana was the same fucking way. Rich would let you into his life. You would literally see him editing videos and shit while Chanel would be walking around with the fucking camera, walking, and she'd try to catch him. She'd be like, did you eat my Ben & Jerry's, motherfucker? He'd be like, huh? I'm editing videos. You know what I mean? Like, you saw some real interaction between him, and then I was around Rich. So I know how he really was, and he wasn't, you know, he did do some things, don't get me wrong, like everybody else. He would put out his things that were viral videos that were cool concepts that he had, because Rich was an actor. And he would tell you, I'm an actor. And he would say, let's try to make a viral video. He would do that shit. And he was very upfront about it, very open about it. And he was like, my business relies on me doing these antics or whatever the case may be. C.T. Fletcher, one of the realest motherfuckers out there. The way he talks, you've seen his house, you've been to the gym, all of that shit. You went through the heart transplant with him, everything. This is why people respond to these people. Mark Lobliner, boom, it's not a game. Listen, this is how fucking real Mark is. He got on stage at the North Americans this week, right? First time back. He's been competing for a couple months now. 1-2 overalls, makes his way back to the North Americans. He comes out for prejudging. Now, the way that I was introduced to Mark was on Tiger Fitness one day. He goes, boom! And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I was like, what the hell? He gets on stage by himself. It's fucking completely silent in the auditorium. He gets on stage at prejudging for his initial presentation, and he comes out and he goes, ah! And he screams to the top of his lungs. I'm like, the fucking judges are going to disqualify him for screaming, right? But that's Mark. That's his energy. He didn't do it for social media. He did it because that's how he is. I fucking hang out with him. He fucking screams. He's loud. That's how he is. He's full of energy all the fucking time, even with no caffeine. So there are people out there that are doing real shit, that are just saying, look, this is going on in my life. Turn the phone on and let's roll it and see whatever fucking happens. And they put the shit up on social media even if it doesn't look that good. Even if it doesn't look that professional. Whatever the case may be. They just set up a camera and go like what I'm doing right here. I'm sitting in my fucking office with a camera. I got my Captain America shield behind me on the fucking wall. My El Valiente mask. I got the Crow mask up there. By the way, that's really cool. If you guys are Crow fans, that's a fucking really cool thing. Special made. It's custom made. Anyways. But the bottom line is, it's not real anymore. And it's frustrating because I think that the Kardashians and people like that have fucking ruined it. You know, they have absolutely fucking ruined it, that these people think the more extravagant they look, the more important they look, the more shit that they do to try to look better than everybody else, that they have some kind of superiority over people. Like, people will follow them. And what I do like, and I've had conversations about this whole week, is that influencers are losing their influence. They don't have the influence they did a few years ago, because people are realizing, look, Kim Kardashian, oh, Chanel and Gucci, Louis Vuitton, she don't pay for any of that shit. She pays fucking zero for that shit. She'll walk into Louis Vuitton and they'll give her $30,000 worth of shit out of that fucking store, which is like one purse. But they'll give it to her because she'll put a post up about Louis Vuitton, right? They'll seek her out and be like, look, we'll send you a $30,000 purse and give you 30 grand on top of it if you fucking put up a post. Like, people are catching on to that shit that fucking there's no fuck, they get all this free shit. Me as an influencer, I constantly had free shit being shipped to my house all the fucking time. And I'm like, dude, I don't know where this shit came from. And they would send me an email and be like, hey, did you get our shipment? I'm like, what? I didn't fucking order anything. No, we want you to have it. It'd be great if you could make a post. And I'm like, look, dude, I don't need your shit. I don't know what your shit is. Fuck off. I get shit today still from the YouTube channel from random fucking things. Things that make, like, like toothpaste. What the fuck? Like, we want to check out our toothpaste. Is it a Fit New toothpaste? No. Is it a natural toothpaste? No. Then why the fuck I want to promote your shit? Like, they will still try to give you free shit to make these posts and some ad money on top of it. That's not fucking real. And people are figuring that shit out now. It took a while, but it's just getting so obvious and so out in the fucking open that so much of this shit is fake that you have to start stepping back and being like, look, this is not real life anymore. Social media is not real life. Certain people are real life, but it's to the point where now you can watch somebody here and meet them in real life and they are not the same fucking person. You're like, I thought I knew that person, and they are not the same fucking person. And that is the biggest thing I think that I've always tried to make sure that when I meet somebody in person, they go, that's the guy from YouTube. That's him. I know him. He talks like that. He acts like that. I mean, the whole goal is so that people are not disappointed when they meet me. And that's what I want. I want them to know, this is me. This is who I am. This is what's up. Because when I meet them, I want them to tell me about them. I don't want them to tell me some bullshit stories about how they get free Louis Vuitton or whatever. I don't want to fucking hear about no kind of bullshit stories about how they're doing this or doing... No. Tell me what's going on. You're jobless or whatever is going on. Fucking you and your wife split, whatever. Tell me what's up. Tell me what's real. Let's fucking talk about that shit. I don't know you, but fucking maybe I have some insight to it. Like, that's what social media is to me, and that's what it started out as, and it's just gone fucking sideways. And it's sickening because these young kids don't want to fucking work. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to learn a skill. They don't want to put any effort into anything because they want to be an influencer like Kim Kardashian that gets paid millions of dollars to take a fucking picture with like this fucking Sharpie. They're like, that's worth $1 million. Pay me $1 million to take a picture with the fucking marker. What the fuck? Like, do you have any fucking clue like what is going on? And now it's breeding this problem where nurses, police officers, you fucking name it, people are not wanting to go to school to do that stuff because it takes a long period of time. It takes a lot of effort, and you do get paid well to do, well, at least certain nursing and stuff like that. Lawyer, doctor, you get paid well to do that shit. But you have to put in the effort first. The effort and time comes first, and the payment comes later. Hand this marker. But the what you get paid and everything that comes along with that later, the great lifestyle comes later, you have to put in the effort first. What they want to do is, I've seen it. Well, I'm just going to look good and make a post like Kim Kardashian. I'm going to be influencer. They don't even know what influencer means. They don't even have a fucking concept of what it means because the people that are influencing now have done the work before. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, dumped a bunch of money into their social media to get there. And they don't see all that and they go on there, but they keep trying, and what's happening is they're not fucking working. Right? They're not working. They're doing dumb shit like collecting unemployment and making fucking YouTube videos. Trying to be an influencer. Like, that's where their life is at. No backup plan, that's where it's at. And it's because of these motherfuckers that go out there and manufacture these fake videos, these fake fucking lives that they think are these unbelievable lives, and then you see them, they don't have a fucking dime in the bank, their fucking lives suck, but they look so cool on social media. So after seeing that shit, I just fucking shook my head. I'm like, you know what? I mean, I get it. I get it 100%. I know why they're doing it. They want to be somebody. They feel like they're nobody, and they want to be somebody. And that boils down to who they are inside. And that shit is projecting on the outside, and it's just fucking a way of them trying to throw their true self away to be something that they're not because it's like someone else because they think that's a better life. You want a better life? Make your life better. BowserCheng@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. BowserCheng.com is a blog. Make your life better bicep. Here we go. Oh, it's still there. And we are out.